Okay, welcome back. I could not find anything in the rules that specified this. I did find one post on Board Game Geek where somebody asked the exact same question I did, and he basically was told that's a great question, and they agreed that the rules don't explain it, but they agreed that the whatever is the most dominant terrain type, that every hex only has one terrain type, and it's just whichever one's the most dominant. And then they could possibly have a road or a river or something going through it, but that's basically it. You're one of the 5 terrain types, period. So with that being said, he doesn't retreat. Now what's interesting though is I came across a wiki where there was a Board Game Geek conversation about dispersed units, and I think John Butterfield himself stated that a dispersed unit could never get a undetected defender. So if this wasn't the case where he was in threat of being surrounded, they're saying that if he's dispersed like this, you can't get a undetected defender, period. I think that is contradictory to what one of you commented on, but I found it in this wiki and on Board Game Geek, and anyways, just pointing that out, that's what it said. I don't know which way to go with that. I think this is twice now I've gotten away with not getting an undetected defender because they were in threat of being surrounded, but that's good. And so anyways, that's enough of that. So we'll go ahead and continue. I'm going to attack this guy, and unfortunately he's going to be able to retreat to here and avoid taking damage, and that's really going to be painful for me. So he has a minimum of 3 chits. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 for us. That is the combat tactic one, so we have 5. So we got a minimum of 3 draw with a 5, and so we just drew this, which is actually his core, but this is specific to the 7th Armored or the 82nd Airborne. And the 2 units in question here is, you can see that's the 106th, and so is the one below it. So the particular divisions on this card don't apply, but that's not going to help me at all, because look at this. They got an engineer action. So that means they're going to get an improved position, which makes this even harder. So I think we said it's a minimum of 3 draw with a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5. So minimum of 3, maximum 5. So here's the 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna. All right. Is it the 5th Panzer Army? Actually, it is. So that's a hit. Is it broken or clear? Actually, he is on clear. So it's going to be that. All right. So then he's got a strength of 1, 2, 3. And we have 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. So that's 3 to 1. So we're definitely greater than 1 to 1. So we're already took 2 hits. He's got 3. I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 more. And we are flank attacking him. So that's another hit. And only the attacker has armor. Let me check. Yes, that is the case. So we just did some more hits on him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. One of the units is dispersed. So per the rules that we clarified, since one of the units is dispersed, the entire stack can only retreat 1 space. So what they're going to do is retreat to here, because that avoids the zone of control hit step loss. But then there's still 4 more hits. And so this unit's destroyed, and this unit would take 2 hits and get destroyed. So we just took 2 of them out. And by the way, that's another victory point for us. So I don't think we're going to lose. The improvement position would have been destroyed as well. We had a lot of hits on this guy. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the improved position would have made it 4. The retreat would have made it 3. And then we just applied 3 hits to it because he did the maximum number of retreats he could do. So he had no choices. He was dead. Now, one of us, we have to take 2 hits ourselves. So that's actually a problem. He's already taken a hit. He's already taken a hit. And so I got this 1 tank here. So I think this unit here, sorry, I'm trying to do this around my camera. So I'm going to take a hit with this guy, and he is going to get eliminated. Well, he's not eliminated. He has a replacement that has to come out. That one right there. So then the question becomes, what do I want to do with the second hit? And I'm going to go ahead and just disperse them for the second hit. And so that concludes that particular action. And then now we're going to do this one here. And you can see this guy is in a town, so that's going to absorb a hit. And he's pretty powerful, so we may actually be in trouble with this one. Here's his card. First Army is bad news for us. So I have to look here. And so if it's the Army listed as an Army command card, yes, this is bad news for us. So he's going to get an undetected defender. And it will be this one. It's going to pop up. He's not in danger of being surrounded. He is in U.S. communication. He has only 2 steps, so that fits within the number of steps needed. And we drew his Army card. So this guy's going to show up. So he's now a 7 strength unit against a 4, 7, 10. So it's just a 1-to-1 battle. That's bad news. And he's got 4 chits, and we're going to draw 3 4 chits. That's all we're going to get to draw. And I don't have any tactic cards that go with it. So we're just going to draw 4 chits, and whatever falls, falls. And he's already in forest, which is usually not very good for us. So let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So is he dispersed or unsupplied? No. Is the defender adjacent? No. That one's out. Is it only defender armor? Nope. Nope. That one's out. Is it a large attack or December 16th? Nope. Nope. Is it greater than 4-to-1? Nope. Is it greater than 7-to-1? Nope. Oh my gosh, not a single thing applied. So nothing happened. And he ended up getting another unit. So he's now even stronger than he was before. So lucky us, yay. I'm going to go ahead and draw 3 cards. And now we move to his turn. So for his turn, we drew the 5th Corps, which has been getting beat up quite a lot lately. But here you can see he's going to deploy 1, 9, and 5A reserves. And we do have some reserves here. And you can see that they are for the 9th and the 1st. So yes, we get to do some more deployments, and we're going to do Method A first. And I'm just going to get out the sheet that has what the different methods are. Okay, first thing they're going to do is empty in the core area. Able to trace supply. German unit must be proximate. In danger of surround. Not in danger of surround. Not adjacent to an ally. Unless it's a position of 5 or 6. And then it's going to be within 3 spaces of the same division if there's more than one candidate. All right, so this particular core uses this top squiggly line, so there's very limited spaces they can go, and there's nothing proximate. I mean, this is the only one that's proximate, but it's next to other units. I cannot get back here or to any of these with my units. So this one is a possibility, except it's in serious danger of being surrounded. Let me think about this though. Yeah, because I can get a unit here and a unit here and then have it surrounded. So this is out. Deployment method A has no candidates. So next we go to deployment method B. So it's going to be in a hex occupied by a unit in the same division. So this guy's the 1st division, and there's a 1st division unit here, so he's just going to go reinforce that. Actually, there's another one here, so let's figure out what happens when there's a tie. In the hex with the highest HV, they're both 4, and then the westernmost hex. So yes, he's going to go on that one. And then this one's a 9, and there's 1 9th division still on the map, and it's going to be that guy. So there you go. I think I did that fairly well. I always say that, of course, and then find out later the next morning when you guys comment that it was awful, terrible. So anyways, that's their turn. Now it's back to us. We're on Impulse 2. And I like the fact that we did the counter punch and we at least got, you know, 1 stack eliminated. I'm concerned about these giant mega stacks here. I'm also concerned that I left a big open area for them to push through. So what I want to do is I want to get these units up here to prevent the allies from ever being able to do an offensive action. So I'm going to do... Sorry, I'm just thinking. Okay, so here's what's going through my head. I wanted to play a card to activate these guys, which I do want to do. But I'm contemplating that I could play another card, which is only going to be 2 command points. So that way I can get 2 command actions in 1 turn. So that's the only thing that I'm deliberating right now, is do I want to do that? There's a part of me that really does want to do that. But what would it be, is the question. I mean, I see a situation where I can try to do a battle, but it's against an armored unit, and I just don't think I'm going to fare very well against them. And that's the red guys up north there. I want to maybe take that 2 victory point city. I just feel like it's not going to work out very well for me. The other option I have is I can have these guys activate down here, but they have yet to be able to take this guy out. I mean, I know I'm attacking across the river with these, but even these 2 who are not, we've had a bear of a time against this guy. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. So we're going to go ahead and do this one and not spend any combat tactics with it, so that way we get 2 commands. And I have concerns about it, but we're going to do it and see how it turns out. So we're gonna attack this guy here, and let's draw his card. And this is definitely not his core, so we don't have to worry about that. So he's doing screen. Screen means that 2 less chits are gonna get drawn. So he has a 2 minimum, and we have 1, 2, 3. This one doesn't count. So we're only gonna get to draw 3. He has a 2 minimum. How does screen work when there's a 2 minimum? I think we still just reduce it to 1. That's crazy. So this is why we never win. Okay, are any of these guys elite? No. We played no. We're gonna draw 1 chit, and that's it. That's ridiculous. But that's how it played. Okay, so here's the 1 chit. It is a flank attack, so we are going to get a hit on him. And he's in a town, so that doesn't do anything because the town absorbs the hit. So nothing happens with that. All we did was basically just play a card. And I will go ahead and do this. No, I'm sorry. This one, the 5th Army. And we're going to activate these guys here. And I want to get them across the river here. What's crazy is I can't go below this squiggly line. I want to come down here and crush these guys, but I can't. So I can go all the way up to here, though. So first of all, these guys have a movement of 5. So you're going to see me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I can get across the river. There is a working bridge up here. And these ones also have a movement of 5. 1, 2, 3. And you can see I have an issue. So I can only take one of them across the bridge, which I will. And I'll at least take this one straight across to there because I can do that. Unfortunately, this bridge is out. And so the best I can do is move him to that spot. And I think what I'm going to do instead is just keep these 2 together, like so. Now, these units could try to do something. And so let's figure out what that would be. So if I do... Okay, so see I moved here. This is not on a road, so I don't have to do a roadblock check with this one. So yes, this one is an allied communication and all that stuff, but it's not on a road, so I don't do a roadblock check. So once again, I still don't do one. These guys can move here for 1 point and then move there for, oh gosh, what is it, 2 more, so 3 points. And so then we're not trying to attack across a bridge. They're going to be able to attack him straight on. This guy's a pretty tough unit though. But you don't earn your money just sitting on your laurels. So these guys will move to here. This is a bridge that's functional, but that is going to count as across the river. Okay, so this guy has a minimum chit draw of 2. And here you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 5, and then 6 for the elite, okay? And then I'm going to check to see if I want to do a combat tactic along with it. So I'm at 6 right now. I could try to do a reinforced battle, but there's nobody to reinforce me. So I'm going to just leave it be. No tactics to go with it. So it's a 2 minimum, 6 maximum, and then let's draw his card. This is not his core. Thank goodness. He's going to have artillery. All right, 2 minimum, 6 maximum. There's the 2. All right, he's definitely in a forest, so he's going to cancel a hit. And, okay, so we got to figure this out. He has a strength of 4, which is pretty powerful. We're at 4, 7, 11, and then half of this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4. So we're at 15, he's at 4, so we're at 3 to 1. So we definitely have greater than 2 to 1. So that's the situation. He's taken no hits, and we've taken 1. What did I say? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get 6. So we can draw 4 more. I'm going to draw 4 more. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so are we greater than 8 to 1? No, we're not. Are we greater than 4 to 1? What did I say? Oh crap, I forgot the number already. 4, 7, and 5. Or no, 4 is 11, plus the 4 is 15, that's right. So 4 times 4 is 16. So no, we're less than 4 to 1. So neither of these apply. We're at 3 to 1. Is there a defender adjacent? No. This is no. Is the attacker elite? Yes, it is. And is the attacker green? This is the priority. Do we have any green units in with the elite unit? The answer is thankfully no. So that one does apply. And we got another one. So so these two are going to cancel each other out. Actually, we'll just have those two cancel each other out. We're going to take a hit. So let's figure out what happens to us. I think this guy can. Yeah, he could. So we're just going to take a hit with this guy. And so these two are canceled. And you can see there's 2 hits on him. He has 2 steps. First thing he's going to do is retreat. So his retreat path is to go there. And then now he has 1 hit left, but 2 steps. So we check to see if he's going to lose zone of control. He would not. So now we have to do the die roll thing. So what's the hold value of the hex? It is a 2. So he has a value of 2 right now, plus 2 more for his steps is 4. Was there any attackers across the river? Yes, but not all attackers. So it's still just 4. Is he surrounded or out of communication? No, it's still 4. Would any more retreats cause a step loss? Nope, it's still 4. And has he already retreated 1 hex? Yes, he has. So it becomes 6. So now we have to roll a die. I rolled a 3. So if the die result is less or equal to hold chance, he's taking a step loss. So where did he go? Where did he go? Why am I not seeing? Oh, here he goes. So he took a step loss, which actually was a very huge victory because that guy was tough and he's a combined arms kind of thing. To go from a 4 to a 2 is that's a good one. So we got him down. I am going to cross the bridge. There is no traffic jam situation or anything. The bridge is not broken. These guys, I would love to do the 2 hex advance with them, but I can't because of the zone of control issues. And so there we go. We're done. And we gained some more ground. I'll take it. Didn't get a whole lot of victory points there, but I'll take it. All right, and so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in my hand. I'm going to draw 2 more. And so now we go to the Allied Impulse. Okay, so it's the 8th Corps. They are all deployed, so there's no reserves. We're not on turn 20 yet. And you'll hear me say turn 20 instead of December 20th all the time, so forgive me for that. Activate all units in the 8th Corps. So that's what we're going to do. The 8th Corps, by the way, is the guy who just got hit by us. So we're going to draw 3. So there is a thing that when we draw and activate units, there is what's the word I'm looking for? There is a check to see whether or not they actually activate. I usually don't check it because it's usually going to happen. But let's see here. Okay, so the card that we drew is a core card. If the core card has only 0 to 1 unit on the map, proceed to the next command. Okay, so, oh, he's got way more than that, so we're fine there. At least one unit in a formation must meet one of the following. Wandering behind enemy lines because they're out of control, not in a town and city, not surrounded. Not really. Are they in danger of surround, but not surrounded and not in a VP hex? Ooh. No, they're not. I'm looking at the situation here. He can't get surrounded because I can't get through this zone of control to get behind him. This is a situation where it would be close, but I can't even get to there because of the way the river is. These guys can't surround him. I mean, we can get to him, but not surround him. So the answer is no. Is there anybody that's out of contact? No. Anybody that's dispersed? No. Anybody that's eligible for an improved position? Now that might be possible. That one right there is eligible. So yeah, we're going to activate. So I drew my 3 cards already, I believe. So let me sort them here. And the first one is fill the gap. So if a unit is proximate to empty position, in which a German unit is also proximate, position with a value of less than 5 may not be in another allied zone of control. So they would move to the position, but they're going to preserve the line, avoid surround, and protect the VP. Well, we know for a fact these guys aren't going to move because they have to preserve the line. Now, getting over to here, it's interesting. I'm going to assume that when you have a stack of 3 units like this, that the top 2 are going to freely move because the bottom one will fulfill the objective of preserving the line and protecting the VP. It's interesting. I mean, if let's say that this was a VP situation, would all 3 units stay because 3 units protecting a VP is better than 1? That's actually a good question. And I know that's not my situation here, but see, this is a situation with whoever gave me the feedback that index, to use the index, that failed me miserably. There is no index for this. And if there is, it's not a keyword that I thought of. When moving an allied unit, do not move out of a VP hex within 2 hexes of a German unit. If doing so would leave the hex vacant. Okay, so they would move out. Okay, so let's think about this then. So fill the gap. They're going to try to go to a position like this, but you know, because technically speaking, we have a gap here. So this would be a nice gap to fill. And in fact, so let's look at the units here. These ones we're going to ignore. They're not going to do anything. So here's 13, 8, 7, 14, 24. So these guys would go first. 7, 8, then 13. So this guy on top would go first. Because these units are here, we have a nice gap. This gap is solid. We do have units there, but that gap is solid too. So the gap is completely filled. The only place that's not filled is over here. And these guys don't have the movement points to get there. So this stack is out, but this one is in. So I'm going to move him 1, 2, like that, and he's going to fill the gap. So his activation is complete. So let's move to the next card. The next card, ooh, a strong attack. All right, so if the strength of the unit stack and other active units is greater than 3 times the proximate German stack, all active units proximate to the strongest qualifying German unit stack move to target and attack. Other proximate units in the same corps reinforce. All out of contact units in the same corps redeploy to attack. If greater than or equal to 5 steps are attacking, break off at A2, otherwise A1. What does A2 versus A1 mean? Break off at... Oh, if they take 2 hits, I think. If they do 2 hits? Yeah, I don't know what that means. Okay, so but they're going to preserve the line and protect the VP. And then, does that mean that they also get air power? Ooh, this is a brutal card. Okay, so, all right, let's think about this. So they need to have at least 3 times. The only stack that's going to qualify is this one. Because here you can see we have 3, 6, 7, 8. And here there's 4, 7, 11. And this is 2, 4, 7. So this is 8, that's 7. That's not going to cut the mustard. But this isn't just 8. It says other active units as well. So this is the weaker one, 2, 4, 7. So I would need 21. Ooh, I'm not going to get 21. If this is just 8 and that makes it 10, that's not enough. And this guy's not going to do anything, and neither is this one. They're not going to attack because it's not a strong attack. Very interesting. I'm very curious now. I want to read up more on this, but I don't think I do anything with this. There's just not a weak enough German unit nearby. Now there's some over here, but it's still not enough. And it's also, he's not preserving the line, which was one of the objectives. So this one would preserve the line because he would just be moving up 1 space. And then of course he wouldn't even have to move at all. But interesting. So then the last one is strengthen. Unit proximate to, but not stacked with, allied unit with strength less than or equal to 3, to which German units with total strength greater than 7 are also proximate. Okay, so that's an interesting one. Preserve the line, avoid surround, protect VP. So I think what's going to happen here then is this top unit is going to just move 1, 2 to strengthen this one. So he's going to stay. So if he's less than 3. So this one was less than 3. So he's going to get reinforced. Now he's more than 3. And therefore these two are going to stay put. And since these two didn't do anything, and this guy didn't do anything, he's going to get an improvement. And so is he. So these guys are really digging in and becoming badasses. So that is my understanding of how this allied turn would play out. So I am realizing I've never done an allied attack before, so that's a whole new set of rules I haven't paid much attention to. But I don't think this was the turn when we were going to trigger that. So allied impulse is over. Now it's back to us. So we got a lot of options here. I did draw one of these so we can get the yellow disbursements removed. I also drew this, but I can't activate them again. These guys were activated last impulse, but I have the ability to bring them into battle again. So I think I'm looking at anything that, like this is 3 command points. So once again, I'm looking to see if I can do 2 commands. So the one I have is this one. And so I will do this one. and I'm going to activate all the units in the core. And I might do a battle, so just give me a second here, because I got to think this one through. But this is all the red units up here. And so what's going to happen is this guy's going to lose his disbursement. And I know somebody made a comment that I did this and then attacked with him. And if that happens, I apologize. That was not my intention. But the only units that are really active are these two. So then this is a tough battle because he's in a town, and I'm only going to be drawing 2 chits, and I'm green. So it's just it's a miserable thing all around. But I'm going to see if if I attack, I can't add a combat reinforcement card because then that would end the impulse. And maybe that's not a bad deal to end the impulse anyways. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to attack them, and I'm going to do this reinforced battle command. And I'm going to take this stack. Let me back up the camera for you here. I'm going to take this stack right here. They have 5 movement points, and that guy has 6. I am in a zone of control here, but by moving here, I leave zone of control. But that is going to cost me... that's a broken, so it's going to cost me 3 points. 2 to go there, and then 1 because I'm leaving a zone of control. So that's 3 points, this is 4 points, and then that's 5. So we're going to advance to here, and we're going to put this guy out of supply. Or out of communication, not out of supply. So we're going to get him there. He's not out of communication yet, because we have to wait until next day. But we're going to at least get him there. And now we're going to attack him from all 3 directions. So we're going to get a flank attack on him. He is a armored unit, 2 chit minimum. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chits. And then we have an elite unit, which makes it 6. So 2 chit minimum out of 6. And then, of course, he is going to get to draw a card. And we got a new command, so he's going to get the engineers, which I think does nothing for him because he's in a town. So he does not get a improvement position. So neener, he doesn't get jack diddly for that. Okay, so minimum of 2, maximum of 6. If I did this right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, maximum of 7 because we played a combat tactic card. So here's the minimum of 2. Is the attacker elite? It is, but we have a green one with us, and damn it, we're going to take a hit because that's the priority. Greater than 7 to 1. I highly doubt it, but we'll try. A flank attack we for sure have, but let's see what the other... Okay, so his strength is 3. We have 3, 6, 11... 16, 18. So we're 6 to 1. That's not quite 7 to 1. So that's 2, and I'm going to go all the way up to 7. So we're going to draw 5 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, is it a 1 hex attack? Nope, we're flanking. Is it 6 to 1? Yes, it is. Is it a city or a forest? It is not a city, it is a woods. So he's going to cancel a hit. What does IP crossfire mean? I always forget that one. Oh, it applies if the defender occupies an improvement position. He does not. Is he dispersed or unsupplied? Nope. Does he have artillery? Nope, neither of us do. Okay, so we're going to take 2 hits, but he takes 3. Interesting. Okay, so our 2 hits are going to be easy. We're going to just do 1. Or no, he's already taken a hit. Ooh. 1, 2. And I think if I understood the rules correctly, I attacked on an improvement position, and so these get destroyed. I'm guessing off of memory, but I'm pretty sure that that's what happens. I could be wrong. I've been wrong so many times. My confidence in this game is like 0 these days. But I thought for sure I read that somewhere, so I'm taking those off. Those improvement positions go away if you attack from them. Okay, so I did take the 2 hits instead of dispersing all my units, because I'm not as concerned about the red core at the moment. Although it does seem like I have some nice reserves that could have come out. In fact, I could have played that, couldn't I? Yeah, I could have. I could have deployed them. Those are some nice reserves too. But that's okay. I didn't do it. Okay, so now he's taking 3 hits. So he's going to for sure retreat with his first one, and he'll go this way because that's the blue bar. And he takes a step loss because we had zone of control everywhere. And then he gets to retreat a second time to here, but he still has 1 more hit, which will destroy him. So we just eliminated another unit. Well done. And ding, 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 we just took 2 more victory points towards not losing this game. So that was awesome sauce. And that, of course, was our entire impulse, though. I was planning on doing more, but I played a combat tactic there. And boy, I got some interesting cards coming up. Okay, so now it's his turn. So we're drawing the 8th core again. So the Allies, by the way, don't have the impulse restrictions like we do. So it's the 9th Armored and the 101st Airborne, and it's going to activate them. 101st Airborne and 9th Armored Division. That's, I think, everybody here. Yeah, 9th Armor, 101st, 101st, and then there's a 9th Armor over here. So this guy's not activating. He's the only one of the crew. So I'm pretty sure he cannot get an improvement position. He cannot, ooh, we may not be able to activate. So where is that at again? Yeah. All right, so let's turn this. So the thing I've been looking at is here. And you can see, is there anybody wandering behind enemy lines? No. In danger of surround and not in a VP? The answer is no. Nobody's in danger. They're holding the gaps pretty strongly right now. Nobody's out of contact. Nobody's dispersed. Nobody is eligible for an IP. They already have one. Do they possess a simple 2-to-1 strength advantage against the approximate German unit stack? Ooh, now that one is possible, and that just occurred. So let's look at this. And the answer might be yes, because we said this one was 7, right? 2, 4, 7, and this is 3, 5, 8, 11, 13. Oh my gosh, they're 1 away. The answer is no. They do not have a 2-to-1 strength advantage. So they will not activate. So then it's activate one or the other. Well, that's not going to happen either. Then it's activate any one unit. Or no, I'm sorry, we ignore those. Then it's event artillery barrage. Ooh, okay, let's figure out what that's going to be then. So they're going to do artillery. That doesn't sound good. I actually think I would have preferred they did actions. All right, artillery barrage. Discard one German division card from your hand. No effect if no division cards are in your hand. Oh, okay, so it says one German division card. Okay, so that's not, that's a core card, right? Core, 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 core. I have no division cards in my hand. What does a division card even look like? So let me see. I played, well, that would be a division card, right? Because it has division written on it. Yes, and that would be a division card. So let me go back. The fact that it says core on it doesn't mean anything. This is not a division. Nope, 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 nope. I think the thing is they're all primary cards. See, primary cards are not division cards, or at least most of them aren't. So these are the only two. And in fact, this is the one that had me worried, is Piper, but that's like a name. I mean, are those divisions? I'm gonna say yes, they are. Even though Piper is just a single unit. But the 150th Panzer Brigade, that's a division, don't you agree? You're not able to answer me. I'm gonna say that's a division. So I'm gonna discard this. So, now it's funny because the other ones say division on them, but here's an example of one where it says division and brigade. I'm assuming brigade is another form of division. Actually, we have a little chart that explains stuff to us. So let me check this out. Oh, of course that doesn't help. Just says it's a command formation. A command formation can be a single unit, a division, a corps, an army, or an army group. A division is 1 to 4 units. So that's a division. A corps is a multiple divisions. And since this is 1 to 4 units, that's a division. So there, I made the right choice and I was able to confirm it. Okay, so we lost a card, but their impulse is over, and so now we have to start with 5 cards. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but if you'll notice, I got 2 of these now. So I want to play one of them, and then do another impulse so I can play the other one later. But I want to look up, we have a special ground, well no, that doesn't happen until turn 23. Never mind, can't do this one. We do have a bridge engineer, which I was looking for, but I think right now I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to play this card just because I want to get 2 impulses in between so I can play the other card. So I'm going to do this one, and we're going to activate all of our yellow units. And you can see we got a lot to do, Scooby-Doo. These 2 are just going to be losing their disperse. So they can't do anything, but we got this unit here, this unit, and this unit that can do something. And there's a lot of allied units out here, and it's actually getting really hard to squeeze them. We can only go down to this squiggly down here. So we can go south if we wanted to, and maybe try to take this thing out. So like these 2 units here have a movement of 4. So I can go 1, 2, 3, and then attack that dispersed unit. So I think I will do that. And then these 2, oh, that's a 2 victory point spot. I'm holding onto a victory hex here. I think those 2 are going to sit put and hold the victory points. So I need to recalculate though. This is 2 victory points. This is 2 victory points. And then, is that really it? this is 2 victory points. So that's 6 victory points right there. Okay, and then I did the Vonderheit to make it 7. And here you can see 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Divided 2 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12 victory points. So whoever said I was going to lose the game, neener, neener. I have enough victory points to at least get past turn December 20th. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to win the game. I'm just saying I'm not going to lose. At least not on the 20th, I won't. Oh, and look, they got a nice little description right here. Every 2 eliminated. The Vonderheit relieved. We haven't done any exiting. And then every town held. And then the first supplied German unit across the Meuse is big time points there. I definitely don't have that. So anyways, 2 more points that we weren't aware of. Okay, so I actually might only be doing 1 combat. I think the biggest reason I wanted to do this was to, by activating, I got rid of the dispersal. Because later I can move these guys up to hold the town, and then these guys can go forward to help conquer. So let me think about this. Do I want to attack this unit here with this stack? And my answer is sure. Let's go for it. I've already spent 3 combat points. So ooh, I don't want to play any more combat. All my cards I have in my hand are pretty darn nice. Yeah, I like every one of them. So I think I'm not sure I want to attack this unit up north because these are my elite panzers and I don't want to take any damage. And there's a good chance I can take damage. You know what? You only live once. Let's do it. So we're going to draw for them. It's the Airborne Corps. This is definitely the wrong corps. So they're going to get air power, which could hurt us quite badly. The air power is pretty nasty. Now look at the situation here and you'll see it's a 2 minimum. And then we have 1, 2, 3 chits we're going to draw. And then a 4th one because of elite. So 2 minimum for them, 4 maximum. So here's the 2. Okay, is he in a city? He's absolutely not in a city. He's actually in a clear. So that's gone. He has artillery. No, he doesn't. And we don't. So far, nothing. So I'm going to draw 2 more. And I got to figure that out. Is there a defender adjacent? Yes, there is. Ooh, this is not going to be good. So we took a hit. He subtracted a hit. We're definitely 1.5 to 1. So we're taking 2 hits. And he does nothing. Wow, this really backfired on us. Yeah, I got too aggressive there. So I guess I'm going to take a hit with that unit there. And then I'm going to get dispersed, which hurts badly. Because now for the next card, I no longer have the attacking force I wanted. So let's do the other one now. This is the dispersed unit. And so with the understanding that a dispersed unit can't have an enemy defender arrive, and it also can't have a combat tactic, I'm not going to draw a card. So that's deliberate. That's not me forgetting like the usual old Jeff did. I'm deliberately telling you I don't see a need to draw the card. So, so we're going to just resolve the combat. So it's a 2-chit draw for us and a 1 minimum for him. So let's draw the 1. And it's not a large attack. There's no allied air power. That was the last battle. So that goes out. And I'll go ahead and draw another one. Defender artillery, attacker artillery, nope. So once again, that dispersed unit still takes no damage. And that ends our impulse. So we have 4 cards. I am now drawing the last 2 cards from the deck. And we're drawing his action. It is the 5th Corps, which are the guys up north there. So they're expediting Corps reserves. I don't know what that means. Let's figure that out. Expedite Corps reserves. I don't think I've seen that one before. Oh, I'm looking. Expedite is not a command. So that means that's definitely different than deploy. I need to move to the Allied impulse. Oh, look at this. Transfer any units in the Corps that are in next day's calendar space to the Allied Reserve Units box. If there's 0 to 2 cards in the German draw pile, send such units directly to the map. Oh! Oh my gosh. That is brutal. Our draw pile is empty, folks. So let's look at tomorrow's deployments. Oh, we're gonna get lucky. Look at this. There's nothing in tomorrow's deployments. Oh my gosh, we got so lucky. We're looking for these guys. Sorry, the shadowing. It's a purple 5th Division, or 5th Corps, I mean. There is no 5th Corps in tomorrow's deployments. Yes. Okay, it doesn't mean they do nothing. It just means we move to the next command. So we keep going. I think all the units are going to activate is the next thing. That's not the card. Never mind. It's this one. See, that was that Vegas shuffling thing again. Okay, so we are going to activate all units in the Corps. So let's look at them. Oh, they could definitely handle some improvement positions, so they're definitely doing action. So let's draw and sort them. So first thing they want to do is fill the gap. So again, preserve the line, avoid surround, protect VP, etc. So let's look them over. These are the 5th Corps, which are all these units that are up here. I think the thing is like this guy, for example, is going to do something. He's sitting in the middle of a clear space. And so, like, this guy's the only one that's actually protecting anything. You know, do I have a gap here? Yes, I do. So would they fill that gap? I mean, my answer is yes, they would. And it's 27 down to 1. I got to be very mindful of that, by the way, because look at this unit here. He's 29. You see that at the bottom? See how it says 29 there? Since he's 29, he is not allowed to do this action. So we have to be mindful of that. So this guy would go first. He's an 11. So let me focus the camera for you there. He's already at a gap. So there's nothing for them to do. I have to sneeze. 1 second. Okay. This guy here is already holding the line. There is no gap. I mean, there's a gap. No, there's no gap. Even down here off the camera. They can't go below. I don't think they can go below the squiggly line anyways. I think that rule goes away at some point. But these guys don't need to move. and they won't. The only ones that want to move is this guy, and he can't do it, this action. This guy can. These two are in a good spot. So that one's in a good spot. He's holding and preserving the line. This one will retreat and go to that 4 right there, because that will help. See, the thing is this gap now just moved up to here. So I still potentially have a gap through. And in fact, that's something I might want to exploit as a German, is if I can go through this forest. I mean, look at this. I can just head right on down to Easy Town. So maybe I need to start thinking that way. So now the question though is the unit proximate to an empty position, which is also proximate? See, Germans can't go here, so this is not feasible. With him here, I cannot move there. So I'm going to say nobody's filling the gap. There's nowhere to fill. You know, you could argue, let's go here, but who would do that? He can't do it because he doesn't have enough movement points. Nobody does. He could move to here. There's no German unit proximate to this though either, because this is on the other side of a river, so I can't get to that spot. So I'm going to say nobody does anything for that action. Next one, open supply line. This is a new one actually, I've never seen this one. Unit approximate to empty hex that if occupied by that unit would enable allied units currently unable to trace supply to do so. Well, that's going to be nobody. They can all, I don't think there's an allied unit out there that can't trace supply right now. No, that's going to be nobody. So next, this one might happen. Pull back. Unit stack in hex less than 5, hold value, able to move, and out of communication or in danger of surround. Oh, this still may not happen. So if it's out of communication, move to or as close as possible to hex and allied. If in communication, move back, stop when not in danger of surround. And not in a clear hex or all movement points expended. This one, by the way, is 39 down to 1. So it is going to include that unit that we originally could not include. Okay, so is anybody in danger of being surrounded? I could move this to here, and this would cost me 1, 2, 3. I could move to here. Could I? No, because I'd be, ooh, I can't do it. 1, 2. If I could somehow get to this spot right here, he would be in danger of surround, but he's not. Nobody can get there. There's nobody in danger of surround. So they're not going to do anything, which means a whole hell of a lot of improvement markers are coming out. So I actually wish they would have moved, personally. So this guy is improving, 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 improving. Oh, that's not from the core. So just a whole bunch of improvement markers went out. All right, that ends the impulse, and I'm at an hour, so I'm going to close it. And I still have 6 cards on my hand, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome. I hope and I pray that these turns are looking a little smoother than they were even just a few videos ago. I don't care if I lose. I'm more interested in the rules right now. And I do want to start a new campaign. And I want to get to the point where my noise is low, right? My amount of mistakes are low. So thank you for all of your patience and diligence. And hopefully we can get a playthrough in where the rules are crisper and useful to somebody who's new. So that's my goal here, is I want to help new people so they don't make the mistakes I do. Although seeing the mistakes I make actually might help people not. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay awesome.